So what we're doing today is basically the same thing as a warm-up here. We are still simplifying radicals, but these ones are a little tougher. Not super tough, but just a little bit. So we're going to simplify the square root of 54 into the 7th. So we're going to split it up just like we did before, but this time I got this into the 7th in there, so it's going to look a little different. But let's just start with 54, because that's going to be just like normal. How can I split up 54 to be something times something?
9 times 4, 9 times 7?
9 times 6.
6.
Yeah. 9 times 6 is 54, right? But what's 9 really?
3 times 3.
Yeah.
And then 6 is 3 times 2.
9 is really 3 times 3. And 6 is really 3 times 2. So we split up 54 just like we did in our warm-up, just like you guys have done for a couple of days now. But I still have in to the 7, right? How many ins is that? 7. So I can write down 1, 2, 3, 4,
Didn't we do this already?
5, 6,
I
7.
feel like we
I
did
think
this.
we did it once, but then we never practiced.
Oh.
Yeah. So I have 7 ins.
That's it?
And,
No,
well, we have to go through and
Gotta
simplify
Put
it.
them in pairs.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So we are going to, I'm going to make it a little easy because I don't really want to write that much down again. So I'm just going to rewrite my square root right here and make it really big. And then, just like our warm-up, we got to figure out what is going to get kicked out. So give me something, DeAndre.
3.
Yep, 3s are going to get kicked out, right? And I'm just going to move it. I'm going to start writing it down here. A 3 got kicked out. Lucas, what else is going to get kicked out? Just give me one thing.
And
Ins are going to get kicked out. Roy, what else is going to get kicked out?
N.
Yep, another N. Alright, another N. Lily, what else is going to get kicked out?
Another N.
Another N. And is there anything else?
Nope.
Nope. So outside, I have 3 N and N. We are multiplying these together. But there's only the number 3, right? So I'm just going to write down 3. And if there's N, 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 at 3 of them, I'm going to go in the third.
Okay, that's the same.
Yeah.
Which you just. Okay. Alright.
Yeah. And then on the inside here, I have, let's see, I have a 3 times 2 left inside, which is 6. And then I've got a single N, so I'm going to go in. So I have 3 into the third. There you go. 3 into the third, square root of 6 in. And that's it. Very similar to our warm-up and what we did yesterday. It's just we got these variables in there now.
Alright.
Homework?
No, we're practice couple. We actually only have this front side. The back side is yours. You can take it. Alright, let's look at the first one. We're going to look at the square root of 32x to the 4. So we need to start by splitting up 32 and then x to the 4. So Roy, start us off. What times what is 32?
4 times 8.
Yep, 4 times 8. 4 times 8. But Lily, what is 4 really?
2.
Times?
2.
4 is really 2 times 2. And we can keep going. 8 is really 2 times 4, right? Oh, but that 4 is really 2 times 2. So it's kind of annoying to go through and cross everything out. It's not super difficult, just annoying. Alright, and then DeAndre, how many x's am I going to write down?
4.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, we got to go through and see what's going to get kicked out. I'm actually going to make it easy, and instead of, I'm just going to put my square root symbol right here, and that's fine. I know I've got a 4 crossed out right here, so I just need to remember to ignore it. So let's see, we're going to have some 2's get kicked out, right? So I got a 2 got kicked out. And hey, another set of 2's is going to get kicked out. And then we're going to have an x get kicked out. And then another x gets kicked out. So many.
Is that X by itself?
No, there's 2 right here.
Okay.
I kind of drew over the top of it. Yeah, that's another x right here. I just drew over the top. All right. So on the outside though, I'm multiplying everything together that's left.
Squared.
So it will be a 4x squared. 2 times 2 is 4. I'm just going to go over here where I got some space. 4 x times x is x squared. And then what do I have left inside the square root, DeAndre? Get off your Tetris.
What?
What I have left inside my square root?
Yeah, you have
Just 2. That's the only thing left. This little 2 right here.
to. Where'd you put that?
Alright. Oh, let's see.
Exit ticket.
Oh, we got one more. Let's skip this one and let's do the one in the box for your first in class. I want you to do this one in the box for your first in class.
2 times 9.
Okay, there, DeAndre.
What?
You okay there?
3.
Sounds like you were crying.
I don't want to put 15.
I don't want to put 15 Z's.
Well, maybe you can figure out a shortcut.
7. 7 with 0.
I don't.
Maybe you can figure out a shortcut with those exponents.
I already got it.
Alright, finish.
Good. We'll give people a few more minutes, then we'll go over it.
So Golki,
Yeah.
there's this place in Walla Walla. Oh, it's just it's just the Walla Walla Community College.
Mm-hmm.
You got a 2-year fisheries program and go into.
That's cool.
Yeah, so started me off in Fish Tech 2.
Nope.
Fish Tech 1 makes like 14 or 15 an hour.
That's pretty good.
And I'm gonna start Fish Tech 2. And then after a while of building up my money, because working there and the way I live, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be saving money and building money.
Wow.
And then probably finish out and get a biology degree or something.
That'd be cool.
Because biology's good as well.
Hmm.
And science is easy. I got an A in that.
Yeah, it'd be good. Come back, work with salmon, or you can work with lamprey or something. That'd be cool.
Making money.
Nope.
Slap you guys in the face with it. I'm gonna come back
Nope,
and visit
we
you
didn't
guys
do it.
just to show you guys.
Hey, you think I want to be under res school?
No, like the year after that. You're still gonna be here next year.
Hey.
I'll go to the new school. Whoa.
Oh yeah. And
Check
you'll
out
see
you guys'
me.
classrooms and
Yeah, then
everything.
you see me and they're like, oh, look, it's such a good class. Only if you were here.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, sorry, I'm making money in school.
Maybe you could just fail for a year and come back again.
Oh yeah, that too.
I really want to see the new school, so I'm not going to do anything this year.
I already got held back first grade. I'm supposed to be senior.
Oh,
Eh. They tend to do that in the early grades a lot. It's kind of weird.
I just didn't show up. I got
That'll
a
do it.
trying
Do
to
it.
act or whatever.
Yeah. All right. Everybody done with this one?
no.
You done, Lily? All right. How are we gonna split up 18, Lily?
2 times
Mm-hmm. And 9 is really
9.
so 2 times 3 times 3, right? All right. And then we had z to the 15th. Did you guys really want to write out 15 z's?
No.
I
Oh.
did.
Did you do it? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
fine.
I did it, but I didn't want to.
Yeah. So that's fine. There is a shortcut. Yeah.
And I was like,
figure out the
I was
shortcut.
like, you just take one Z off and then it's a
It's
14.
just one
divide
period,
by-
yeah. It's,
Ooh.
so I got.
All right.
Just put.
So here's the shortcut. So you could do it the long way every single time, and you will be right.
You still messed
It's
up.
annoying,
You
but you can do it. So here's the shortcut. You guys figure it out. So you take off and make sure this is even. You make sure your exponent is even. So z to the 14 times z. So if it starts out even, like if it starts out like z12, you don't need to do this step. So the first thing is make sure the exponent is even. So even exponent. Okay. Make sure your exponent is even. And then when we put our square root symbol here, right? We are going to have the 3's get kicked out just like normal. That's nothing special. There's not really any shortcuts for that. So 3 gets kicked out. And then we're going to kick out this z to the 14. that's going to get kicked out. But when it gets kicked out, we're going to divide the exponent by 2. So we're going to have z to the 14 divided by 2. And that is what's going to get kicked out here, which is really going to be z to the 7th. So step 1 is make sure you have an even exponent. Not step 1 again. Step 2 is divide exponent by 2. Divide your exponent by 2 when you kick it out. So I'm going to have a 3z to the 7th.
Okay, so I answered the one on the back, but I'm not sure if I did it.
Yeah, we'll look at it here in just a second. And then let's see, left over I still have a 2 and then a z, right? That's it.
Okay, mirror.
So you don't have to use your shortcut if you don't want to. If you're like, I just don't want to remember that, I want to do it the long way, that's great. You just have to write a lot, but it's fine, you're going to get it right. But if you want to use your shortcut, that's great too.
It's not as bad as the AC factoring and
Yeah, that one's the long one.
Yeah.
Not like this. Alright, let's do one more though. Let's do this one right here. Okay, so we've done a similar one to this before, right? We have that negative m out in front, right?
no, we
So, we're going to find the simplified form of negative m square root 80 m to the 9. So, what we're going to do is
Times
we are
40.
going to ignore the negative m. What?
2 times 40.
Yeah, we're getting that. We're going to ignore the negative m
Times 10,
until the
2
very
times
end. So, we're going to go 80 m9, and we are going to go 2 times 40, which is really what, Lucas?
What did I say?
You said 2 times 40.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
40 really?
Oh, 2 times 20.
2 times 20,
2 times 10.
which
2
is
times 5.
really 2 times 10, which is really 2 times 5. Alright, and let's use our shortcut on m to the 9. So is that an even exponent?
No, take 1 away,
No.
and then it'll be 4.
So we're going to go m8, and then m, and then that's your next step that you're going to do, Lucas. You're just getting ahead of us. Alright. And then we're going to do our square root. We're going to kick out pairs. Roy, what's going to get kicked out? Give me one thing.
Whoa, what do you have 80 on the
Um,
outside?
What?
What do you have 80 on the outside? The square root.
Oh, because instead of rewriting my square root all over again with these things, I'm being lazy and I'm just putting my square root right
Okay, so
here.
that's not supposed
And
to
it's
be.
like I'm just ignoring
Okay.
this. Yeah. Alright, what's going to get kicked out, Roy?
2.
Yep, 2s are going to get kicked out. Just make a different color.
Couple 2s.
I'm going to have some 2s get kicked out. What else is going to get kicked out, Louie?
2 again.
Yep, another pair of 2s. Going to get kicked out.
Oof,
Alright.
85,000
DeAndre, when I kick out m to the 8, I'm going to kick out this m to the 8. And what am I going to do to the exponent?
I do that as a Walmart.
What am I going to do to that exponent when I kick out m to the 8?
35.
When you put
18.
8,
29.
you put 4, right?
Yeah. We divide it by 2,
Yeah.
and we get m4. Okay? And then I have, let's see, inside my square root, I still have a 5 and an m. But you guys remember that negative m that was at the very beginning up here?
Does it take that M away?
It doesn't take the m away, because what number is really in front of this?
1.
1.
A 1. So that's really a negative 1 m. So it's a negative 1 times an m. So at the very end now, we're going to bring this negative 1 m back. So it's like a negative 1 times an m, like that. We're going to bring it back at the very end now.
Whoa.
So I have negative 1 times 2 times 2. Negative 1 times 2 is negative 2. Negative 2 times 2 is negative 4. And then I have 4 m's here and another m here. How many m's do I have total now?
5.
5. So I have m to the 5th. And then I still have my square root like normal. So this is my final answer. So at the very end is when you bring back whatever was in front.
I don't like it.
Alright. What's wrong? It's not that bad. You guys want to do another one together, or do you want to do the X ticket?
Exit ticket.
Exit ticket.
Alright. Alright. I'll trust you.
Okay.
Alright, do your X ticket. Don't forget, you're going to have to bring the 3 and the X back at the very end.
Let's sort of.
Mm.
Come here.
Alright. Hang on, let me stop recording.
Pairs rushing off.
After you do the X ticket.